G'day gang, welcome back one and all to another Alliance War here in PuzzleCombat. Today we've got HYDRA matched up against Epic Space Monkeys, blue tanks our side, green tanks their side. I think it's a 28v28 war, but I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we'll dash straight into it, I guess. So first up we've got Kieara, we've got 3-1-1 from my side. So we've gone with Pulse, Bunraku, and Syntax to combat the Ayumi tank. Then we've got Whack and Fungi Beats just for some damage and some ailment control, essentially. So yeah, Kiara's defense, you can see there, it's got the Ayumi tank. Unfortunately, not been able to really get the kill on her, so she is going to fire a skill off. I then use Whack. I kind of forgot that he doesn't actually have the bypass. In my head, he had the bypass as defensive buffs, which he doesn't have, which I'm now looking at going, why did he take so much damage? And that's why. He does dispel the buffs though, but he does that afterwards, so I just didn't really compute that, to be honest, at the time. So kill the left hand side, try to put the insanity out on the right hand side, but don't get it on Ghost, which was unfortunate. So we'll just pop Fungi Beats off, extend the ailment duration on Topaz, but then yeah, otherwise it's pretty much just double tapping now and firing away from here. So yeah, it's just sort of finishing the fight off now. Did get a little bit good with some of those tiles through the middle, but yeah, I kind of forgot that Whack doesn't actually have the bypass effect. So next up we've got Pygmy. Yeah, another 3-1-1 setup. So I've gone with Xenia, Accent, and Renegade as my 3 reds. Did make a last minute change to include Dragon Fist instead of Topaz. I had gone with Topaz initially for damage, but switched to Dragon Fist to better combat the enemy Pulse. And then we've obviously got Fiddle as some extra charge control. So defense team is Flak and Fisty in the 2 wings, Pulse and Ghost in the flanks, and then Ayumi in the tank position. So not a great red starting board. There's red tiles on the board, but they're a little bit disjointed, I guess is probably the best way of describing it. Did get the kill on Ayumi, but unfortunately wasn't able to really capitalize on it, thanks to her revive. So now we've got to deal with these 2 heroes that have now got the counter attack up. I did get Insanity out on Ghost, so we will be stopping that one from proccing. And I'm going to pop the blind out on the right hand side, and I try to kill Fist with Renegade, but he dodges that skill, which does mean that he survives with like, I don't know, 20 health or something like that, which is rather annoying. Charge control the left, and then pop off a lot of red tiles, and that's pretty much the left side dealt with. Using Renegade to try to kill Flak. Again, he dodges, so not having a good run with Renegade at the moment. But fortunately, Dragon Fist is landing most of his shots, and Fiddle can finish the job off. So once again, brought Senya along, and I think we were 0 for 3 revives there. So still not a great strike rate. Next up, Cookies Galore, so 3-1-1 once again. I really probably should just stop saying that because most of my attacks are always 3-1-1. So Senya, Rudolph, and Scarlet as my 3 reds, and then we've got Amethyst and Emerald for my 2 off-color damage dealers. Emerald also fills the role of doing charge control, which is quite handy. So she does the charge stop to 3 enemies. So yeah, we've gotten Tank is dead now, so I do want to hold Scarlet until Rudolph is charged, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible immediately. I can get it with the 1 red tile that I can reach with the green grenade, green arrows, so I will take that just to charge Rudolph, but I fired Scarlet just in, I don't know, preemptively to get that damage off. That was probably a mistake, that move there. I probably should have made the match 3 red onto Roxy to get her killed dead, but unfortunately I didn't make that move. I popped the green grenade instead, which has allowed that to happen. Fortunately, I did get away with a little bit because Sidestep targeted Amethyst, who was in stealth mode, and then also we got the successful evasion from Emerald. So Did lose Rudolph, which is unfortunate. As I said, if I had targeted with the red match 3 onto Roxy, probably could have kept the debuff up, which would have increased Scarlet's damage output, but I didn't do that. So now we're in a spot of bother, right? We got 3v4. I don't have a healer left anymore. They still do. Do get some good crit damage there onto Roxy to take her out, and then we can refresh the charge stop on the left side. Another little mistake there. I probably should have made the green match 3 onto Ghost, but did again get away with a lucky evasion there from Scarlet. So yeah, now it's a 3v2, so we've clawed it back a little bit. I will take out Sidestep here with Amethyst, so it's now a 3v1, which is much more comfortable. Much more comfortable. Have to wait out now the enemy Sidestep's effect, enemy Amethyst's effect. I did kind of ill-time it a bit. I waited one turn too long, and unfortunately, Amethyst there dodged the shot from Emerald, which has allowed her to continue gaining charge. So that's a bit unfortunate because I did want to charge block her, because now I'm kind of just sitting with my thumb up my ass kind of thing, waiting for Amethyst's effect to end again. So making matches, it really does not matter what matches I make, because I just have to wait out Amethyst's stealth before I can start pounding away with my skills once again. So there we go. We'll do the triple tap and make a random match on the right hand side. Doesn't really matter what I do, because Amethyst is going to die from Scarlet's damage before she recharges. So bit of a stall, but we got there. Next up, we've got Rolefeweiler. Again, I've gone and made some last minute changes to get a little bit more damage. Sorry, not to get more damage, just to change the order of the heroes. So I more just wanted to get Amethyst covered by Ghost's effect was the main thing I wanted there. So hence swapping Amethyst and Tightwire's positions. Yeah, alright, so straight off we've got some good red matches. So we got a match 3 on the initial move, and then a cascaded match 3 as well, which was really good. Did get Rudolph and Tightwire charge, so we've fired those 2 off. Amethyst is also fired on the left-hand side. Now just need a little more damage. It would have been nice to get a bit more damage to actually get the kill on Topaz there, but not to be. We will get our blue tiles necessary to charge and heal from Ghost there. Could I have played this better? Probably. I didn't make the right move there because I didn't get enough tiles or damage onto Pulse to kill her. I also probably should have switched the positioning of Senya and Rudolph to get Senya covered by Ghost's effect as well. Bit of a learning, I guess, for next time around when I'm using Ghost. I still haven't used her much, so I'm still sort of working out a bit the best way to utilize her, but I definitely should have put my healer next to Ghost so that the healer gets that added protection from the armor that Ghost generates. Alright, Mish Mash Mosh, do a bit of damage, try to kill Amethyst before she fires. Didn't get there, so now I've just got to, again, just stall it out. Yeah, and then we can pretty well finish this one off in a second. So we just need one more tile match, and that gets the kill on Ghost. Amethyst, sorry. Alright, 2 fights to go. So next up we've got Genoshua, or Genosha, I guess. So yeah, once again we've got 3 reds with 2 off-color heroes as well, just to combat that Ayumi setup. So this time we've gone with Senya, Brock, and Blair as my 3 reds. Blair is in as a Demolitions class hero to try to combat Ayumi, Brock for the same reason, and then we've also got Fiddle for charge control, and someone a little bit different that you probably don't see too much, which is Volpine as the yellow hero. So Volpine's a little bit of an interesting hero. She's got a different special skill, I would say. She grants accuracy, basically buff to herself and nearby allies, as well as a support attack buff, and then puts a dodge down ailment on the enemy. So it's very good for combating heroes like Sidestep, who is a perennial dodger, and allows me to really just, I guess, control some of that enemy skills while also doing some pretty good damage as well. So got the kill there we see now on, what's her face? On Ghost. Do unfortunately lose Senya there, but I can pop the charge control out now on Flak as well as get the debuff happening. So Flak is all dead, which is very lovely, and we are not got a huge amount of health left on my heroes, and losing Senya also doesn't help with that, but we do have Blair charged again, so I'll pop that one out on Sidestep just to try to keep her essentially dying. I don't want to allow her an opportunity to reheal. So there we go, dies from the Blaze element, and then finally we can fire off one last shot from Vulpine and get the kill on Bunraku. So 5 from 5 so far. That did also flip the board, which is really nice, so we can target Swifty for my final flag. So 3 reds once again, so we've got Jocasta, Accent, and Ridge. Do make a last minute swap here to pop a second charge control hero in Mare Vinaya, and then we've also got Dragon Fist as the other charge control. So whack it tank, it's a very healer heavy defense team, which I am a little bit cautious of, I guess. So we've got both Doodle and Pulse as well as Unicorn, all of them do healing. So I'm going to take the yellow grenade while it's on offer. Got a little bit fortunate there with a red cascade to come through, so we can finish that red off with those tiles that we see there. The big downside to Ridge is that I don't actually have any control over his targeting. So this here was a little bit of a mistake. What I should have done is targeted the right hand side with Accent to push their health down, essentially, before using Ridge, because Ridge then would have targeted Pulse on the left. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. Now Doodle is also charged as well, and he's going to put out the ailment shield, which makes it even harder to kill people. Pulse has got her minions up, which is just steadily improving their charge, so it's a little bit dicey from here. I do need to get some good kills out. Unfortunately, Dragon Fist takes a lot of damage there, and I still haven't managed to get Mare Vinaya charged. And even if I do get her charged, I'm still in a spot of bother with Mare Vinaya because Doodle's ailment shield is active and about to get refreshed as well. So once again, the targeting of Ridge does hamper me somewhat because I've got no control over it. And we can see there, Pulse is charged a second time, Unicorn fires a second time, Doodle fires a second time. So yeah, this healing is... I probably could have overcome it, but my early game selection wasn't great, and we can see here that I get absolutely roasted by Topaz. Yeah, so at this point, it's effectively done and dusted. I can't win this. Like, they're just going to out-heal me, and I'm pretty sure at this point I flee. Like, it's just pointless to continue that fight. So once Pulse and Doodle fired their first time, I just didn't have the board presence essentially to carry it on. So I don't know, maybe it would have been okay if I'd been a bit smarter with the first targeting of Accent and Ridge, but yeah, I didn't have much of a chance after that, I don't think. So anyway, that's all 6 of my hits. So we can see I'm all the way up here. So we saw our first 5 one-shots, which went well, and then a bit of a miss against Swifty there at the end. I guess it's about due for him to get the win against me, I suppose. But yeah, that puts us at 277 points, or number 11 spot. So yeah, not too bad an effort. 5 from 6, I'll take that. So we see there all flags used, and HYDRA did come out with the victory. So GG's ESM and Swifty and Co. And I guess I'll catch you guys all around in the next war video. Until then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming. Cheers, bye!